Okay, this is how I started on Amazon. You always see the videos that are like, make $500 a day, make $1,000 a day, and it's super interesting, you know. But it's like scared money don't make no money, and not just that, but you want to do your research. So I was really interested, but I wasn't really sure. So I had a friend that was doing retail arbitrage, like going to Ross and finding high commodity items and reselling them on Amazon, eBay, and stuff like that. So I was interested, but it was taking a lot of time to do things like that. So I was like, not, trying to find a different way to grow into it. Then I had another friend that was buying closed out storage units and reselling those items. And then he also introduced me to bin sales, which is an introduction to pallet sales. Basically, when you go to the pallet place, there are places that bust that pallet open and sell all of those items that were in the pallet individually. And then the price goes, it's a daily price per item. So Friday will be the hot day. Everything will be $7. Then Thursday, $6. Wednesday, $5, Tuesday, $4, and so on. Some places will have $1 a day. Some places will only take it down to $3. But regardless, it's good deals, brand new items most of the time. And it's just also a little more time consuming. Just imagine it's Ross like times 300. Like once I was there and the lady was like upside down in a box. It was $1 day though, but still. Because the deals are good. Like, I mean, on bin day when I first started, I would spend like $300 to $500. I resell all those things. I got a leaf blower that was $90 for $7 the first time I ever went. So you don't have to start with a full pallet if you don't want to. You could definitely just start with bin sales. So you want to search bin sales near you. Yeah. So that's how I got started. And from there, I started looking into pallets. Like, I'm definitely interested in buying my things in different ways, shipping from China, drop shipping, and other things. But pallets is just where I am right now. So learning, interested in drop shipping in the future. I have done orders from China, and the thing for me is you have to be getting enough to where the shipping price is worth it. You definitely are paying shipping. So that's what led me to look for more wholesale places in my local area. And I know sometimes depending on the area you are in, you may or may not have those near you. But that's just what works better for me. But drop shipping, you're not paying any shipping. You kind of just order this product from China and you send them all of your logo and information and they do all the shipping for you. So that's something I'm interested in, but I'm just not really there right now. And there's also additional fees in that as well. So I'm just growing and I'll continue to share as I grow, but I'm just not that's not the method that I'm using. I personally so that was my experience in the first place. So I went around looking for pallets, looking for bin sales, until I found a place in the wholesale area actually that had wonderful pallets, wonderful pallet prices. I was like overwhelmed by the awesomeness. And so I ended up buying 2 pallets. One pallet was a mixed pallet. I like to call them mystery pallets. Sometimes a website will even call it a mystery pallet or a mystery box, because sometimes it's literally just a big box. You can get it for a lower price, or that mystery pallet. So you don't know what's in the pallet. You just kind of can see what's around the side. And I mean, from the sides, you can tell like, okay, if this pallet's $300, I can see if these things all around it are at least worth $300, then I mean, you're already doing pretty good. And so that first pallet I bought was $500. It was a mystery pallet, and it came with a variety of things: children's toys, furniture, and a few random items that I just did not know about. I didn't know how I would sell them or what I would do with them. One of them were these grow patio lights. And then another were these microwavable glass mugs. And I mean, I got about 60 of those grow patio lights and literally 200 of those microwavable mugs. So I was like, not sure how to market that. I was trying to sell them in those regular ways that I was selling them, but I was really interested in Amazon selling at that time. I just hadn't found a product that I had a bulk quantity of. At that time, I was under the impression that you had to have a large bulk amount of quantity to sell on Amazon. Now I understand that you really can even sell one product on Amazon. So awesome. So when I had those grow lights, I was selling all those other things like furniture, toys, and everything on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. I did all this initially thinking Amazon was going to be the win, but eBay, as soon as I was listing products, I mean, they were going and they were going fast. People were bidding. People were not trying to give me low prices. So it was really great. People were paying the shipping included. So, I mean, eBay actually was a super great experience, and I can share that in a separate video as well. But having these bulk items and not really knowing how to sell them, because yeah, these grow lights, these grow patio lights, they were really interesting to me. I just was like, I just go have to stand outside of Home Depot or something, because I really didn't know what I was going to do with those. So I ended up putting those on Amazon, and they did very well. I was selling like 3 a day, and I was really excited about that. Then I had a challenge with my product in the US. Amazon has it to where you can sell when you're signing up. It says Amazon.com US, Amazon.com UK, Amazon.com Japan, and Amazon.com Mexico. So you have all these options. So of course I am a money making lady, so I signed up for all of them. But I wasn't under the impression that it was literally like a separate Amazon for each place. So for some reason, those grow lights got the product became unlisted, and it was only available in Mexico and Canada. So I was like, okay, that's cool, because I was selling a lot of them. So I will put my selling in Mexico experience in a separate video. But anyway, I sold all those grow lights so fast, and I made, crazy profit. Now, the thing about the pallet is, imagine I paid for that whole thing for $500. I made about $1,500 profit on it, but there's no way to really say how much each item is. I can try to itemize it and separate it, but I just kind of make a Excel sheet and look up the value of each thing, like market price, Walmart, Target market price, and the price I ideally would like to sell it for. And I separate each Excel sheet by pallet and say how much that pallet was, just so I'm aware of my total cost. Even the shipping, I'm doing that, including that in each pallet cost. So anyway, I got those grow lights on that pallet, and I got those microwavable mugs on that pallet. I put them both on Amazon, and they both sell very, very, very easily, very well. I mean, consistently, I get orders every day. And they're just random items. So I know sometimes you really think like, oh, I love portable smoothie makers. That's the main thing I'm looking for. And that's totally cool. Like, if you have a brand and this is what you're interested in, I'm not saying don't do that. But I am just saying, like, there is a market for anything right now. The best thing to do when I am at those pallet places and bin places, I look up the current market price for that item. So you know that if it's selling right now for $100 at Walmart, I mean, you're not going to sell it for $100, but I know that if I'm buying it for $7, I'm totally cool with selling it for $60. Someone else will totally be excited to buy that for $60 because it's a deal and it's brand new. So those type of ideas. It doesn't have to be a specific item. It's just the market value and the sellability of that item. So also at that time when I bought that $500 pallet, I also bought a pallet of Odoban cleaning products, which my grandmother used to use it all the time. My mom used to use it. I was like, man, Odoban. And it was only $300 for 54 pack, 4-gallon pack boxes. So I was like, oh yeah, this is the lick, you know? I already looked up market price. Market value was like 15, 18. With the Odoban, Amazon did require me to take a hazardous control test and pass it, which, you know, I mean, it's just like, you know, any hiring, onboarding type of quiz informational deal. And then I really did some deep research on shipping liquids. I didn't want the product to spill or anything like that. So, and yeah, so the Odoban has really been selling awesome. So far, I had about 50 of those 4-packs, and I have about 5 left. So I'm going to be going back to the Pallet place. I mean, I've gone back for sure and gotten different things that I sell on eBay and Facebook Marketplace and just whatever. But okay, so far on Amazon, I have 50 of those 4-packs, and I have about 5 left. So I'm going to do an official inventory and profit, but so far I've made $1,000 off of that $300 pallet, which I calculated those pallets to be about $1.60 each per gallon, and I'm making about $8 per gallon. The thing about these are they are 1 gallon each, so the shipping is expensive. I'm selling the 4-pack for $56, and shipping sometimes can go up to $20, which, I mean, it's definitely not terrible, but I would just say be aware of the product that you're using. Oh, also, I am, from the beginning, I am doing Amazon. You'll see a lot of Amazon fulfilled by Amazon. Get your items on Amazon Prime or Amazon Fulfilled by Merchant. Not so many people promote Amazon Fulfilled by Merchant because basically you are the one shipping it out. So when people are saying like, oh, make $500 a day on Amazon while you're in the Caribbean, those people are doing Amazon Fulfilled by Amazon, FBA. Fulfilled by Merchant, yes, you are the one doing the shipping yourself. So yes, you can do Fulfilled by Amazon, which is Amazon. You get your product, you ship it to Amazon Fulfillment Center, and they pick the product and ship it for you in the Amazon Prime bags. I mean, shipping packages. The challenge is that you pay for the shipping to ship it to the Amazon Center. It doesn't matter how close a local fulfillment center is to you. You have to ship it there, and for me, I was just getting started and I didn't want to pay $100 for the shipping to ship those patio lights to Amazon. And like I said, you put it in the calculator, it tells you, it literally tells you like which one is more of a profit and which one is not. And it would have been a profit. It would have been a much better profit if I didn't pay that initial $100 shipping. So Amazon has a calculator that you can put the product pricing in. It'll show you the profit that you're going to make, whether you use Amazon fulfillment through Amazon or Merchant. So it's up to you. Depends on the product. Depends on how heavy it is. I know for that Odoban, it was going to be a complete loss. So I didn't choose to do Fulfilled by Amazon. I've been fulfilling everything myself, but I am thinking about going and sending those mugs to Amazon and seeing how that goes. So yeah, I'll definitely keep you posted with my Amazon selling experience. I'm gonna do some more stuff to help you get started. And definitely ask me whatever questions you might have so far and whatever other videos you might want to see for sure.